here on the computer. That way we can get it uploaded to YouTube. And I'm just really excited that we get to meet together live, and those of you that are watching the recording, and go over how to use boards in your business. My whole goal in doing this is to help you guys work smarter, not harder. I know that life is busy. Most of us are moms, dads, maybe working multiple jobs, and to have some systems that just duplicate some ways to automate our business is really amazing. So I like to do these trainings live because that way you guys can ask questions. So I'm going to keep an eye on the Facebook. I'll also keep an eye on the chat here on the Zoom. And if you're on Facebook, you want to hop over to the Zoom and ask some questions live, you're more than welcome to do that. But we're just going to dive in and get started. So first thing I want to tell you guys a little bit is about me. I'm originally born in Utah. I've been living in Wyoming for the last 15 years. I graduated from the University of Wyoming with a bachelor's degree in math secondary education, and I got two little kids, a 9-year-old boy and a 7-year-old girl. And I have officially been a stay-at-home mom for the last 8 years. I was a high school math teacher. I taught for 6 years right out of college, and then decided, that I was going to be a full-time mom. And because of this industry and being able to start a business working from home, I was able to do that. So I've been home the last 8 years. And just recently I put in my teaching application, and I'm going to go back to work now that my two kids are in school and I'm home alone with my dog. I'm like, I feel like it's a good time to get back into it. So whether you get to work your network marketing business full-time or in your spare time, you can do anything with this. So a little bit more about me, and I want to learn about you guys. So you can put it in the comments, you can put it in the Zoom chat, drop some emojis with some things that you like to enjoy. You can see my emojis there. I do enjoy teaching math. I have a little min pin puppy who's actually just laying right here on the floor. I do CrossFit. I am a CrossFit coach and personal trainer. I am a soccer coach. I coach my son's U12 soccer team. I'm a bow hunter. I play women's flat track roller derby, and I love being in the mountains. So just some fun things about me. And like I said, I want to learn about you. So be sure to drop those in the comments. And it's always nice too to see what things you have in common with other people that are in the group. So wonderful. I have been in network marketing officially 9 years, and I'm a 6-figure earner, which means I make at least 6 figures a year doing this business. And I will tell you that because of boards 3 years ago, that's what took my business from a 5-figure income to a 6-figure income. I was able to really duplicate my systems so that my team could start winning. And that's ultimately what I want to do for you guys. I want to help you guys be able to, like I said, give you the tools to work smarter and not harder in your business. Now, I was very blessed when I started in this industry. I signed up with a high school friend, and she took me through the ropes. She took me through the training. She taught me what I needed to do. And then eventually I ended up passing her, and she quit. And so I went to my next upline who was extremely helpful. And then she ended up quitting in the business, which happens a lot, and then eventually I found myself kind of on my own. And it was my job to create systems. So I don't know where you are in your business, but maybe you have a helpful, supportive upline who's already created systems, or maybe you don't have anybody to help you, kind of learn the ropes. And so that's where I want to kind of come in. I love teaching. I love creating tools and systems. And so if I can help you be successful in your business, then we're all going to win, right? So, awesome. Thanks, Lisa, for dropping those. Loves the beach, food, traveling is what I'm assuming that means. So awesome. Okay, we're going to go ahead and dive in and get kind of started. I want to know, how would you rate your level with using boards right now? Are you fresh, new? You haven't even downloaded it? If that's you, drop a 1 in the comments. If you've downloaded it, you've kind of dilly-dallied with it. You know how to send your messages, send some photos, know how to maybe create some content. Maybe you're between like a 4 and a 6 or a 7 in there. Or if you're like a boards expert, you could probably teach this training better than I could. Drop a 10. Okay. Let me go and check on the Facebook there. Okay, I see a 5. Good. Okay, a 4. Okay, so you guys are 6. You guys are in good company. This is perfect. So I'm assuming you guys already have the boards app downloaded. and your keyboard turned on. Now, if you don't know how to do that, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to screen share on my phone actually, so that way I can show you live. And will you actually drop in the comments, do you have an Android or do you have an iPhone? I have an iPhone, so I'm going to be showing you all of that there. But if you do have an Android and you need help, we will connect you with somebody who has an Android, or we will Google it and find out how to do it with you. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to have you guys do is I'm going to have you download my advisors board. One thing that I am doing on, so let me back up a little bit. Boards came out with an advisor program earlier this year. You've seen some of us posting in our advisory group there, or our boards community group. And they did this because those of us who were selected have been a part of boards basically from the beginning. We're very knowledgeable about how to use it. And so as an advisory committee, we actually get together once a month and we discuss, like, you know, what are some needs or concerns? What are some new things that are rolling out? So that way we can better serve the board's community here. And so each of us have created an advisors board, and you guys are welcome to opt into these boards and take any of the content that we provide to help you guys, you know, succeed. And like I said, work smarter, not harder. So my advisor board is right here. I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys the invite link. So I'm going to share it in the Facebook comments here. And then I'm going to share it in the Zoom settings up here. And what I want you guys to do is just first click on that link, put in your email address, so that way you can get invited into my board. And this is like boards back to basics. Like, I'm going to pretend like you don't have an upline, like you don't know what to do on a daily basis, and how I run my business. So that way I can be successful through, you know, running my kids their places that they need to go, working a full-time job, and everything in between. So once you've got the boards app downloaded, which I'm sure all of you guys do because you're out of 4 or 5, but let's just say you didn't, for example, it's the app right here in the top left-hand corner. It's white with the black boards across it. Okay, when you download it, you'll be asked for your email address and a couple of questions to answer, and your board's going to be fairly empty. And as you show up to more trainings, as you opt into other advisors' boards, you're going to be able to add new boards into yours. So that way you can use that information to work your business faster. So once you have my advisors board downloaded, you'll be able to open it. And I am going to be creating done for you templates. So what that means is just different templates, like for sales promotions, for scripts, for posting ideas, like just things that I've created for myself that I want to share with other people. And so they'll just be right there in the done for you templates. But what I want you to do is I want you to click on this systems folder. And what the purpose of this Zoom training is your boards for business. So what you're going to do is you're going to select that little select button up at the top right, and then you're going to do boards for business and select that folder, and then you're going to copy it. And then you'll be able to go to your main screen and paste it in your own personal board. And if you have questions, or if I'm going too fast, feel free to unmute. I'm trying to keep my eye on all the chats. And if you just write done once you've got it pasted into your own. Good job, Lisa. Awesome.
All
Let
right,
me
could
tell
you
you, I was worried because the last time we had this, I actually went out and bought an iPhone. And after I bought the darn iPhone, I found out the way to bring pictures on an Android into your TikToks or whatever. It's called overlay.
We'll have to
If you
talk about
click
that
overlay, it
on
pulls
another
the
one.
picture in and you can set the duration. So this might be going back because I don't really need to spend all this money on an extra phone if I don't need it.
Roxanne, what were you going to say?
would you repeat the step again?
Yeah,
I'm
for
stuck.
sure. Yep. So, did you download the advisors board? Do you see my advisors board in your list?
Yes, let me go back. Okay, and you said to click select.
Yep. So you'll go into systems, you'll select, and then you'll highlight that folder that says boards for business.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll click copy down at the bottom.
Okay.
And then once you have it copied, then you can go back out to your main screen and then select your own and then paste it in there.
Select where I want it and then paste it. Okay.
Yes. And
Perfect.
you want to copy and paste things from other people's boards into your own. So then that way you're able to edit it. You're not able to make changes to my board, but if you copy and paste it into your own, then you can edit in your own board.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. And Gilda said, I can't download. Are you having a problem downloading my board or boards in general? If you can clarify that. And thanks, Fernanda, for being here with me and helping me do these questions.
Boards in general.
Okay, boards in general. Do you have an iPhone or an Android?
I have an Android. I actually, what I did right now, I just put my email address and I put join boards, and I was trying to download it towards the bottom where it says download, but it doesn't do anything. And I also try to join your boards and it doesn't do anything either.
Okay, so just and you can you see my screen right now where it says start for free?
Yes, I can.
Okay, and that's where you went to. Did you go here to download it?
No, actually I didn't.
Okay,
Already. Let me try to do that.
Try this way, maybe instead of just going through your app store, because when you click start for free, it should just pull it up right where you need it to go. And I've already downloaded it, so I'm not able to do that.
Okay, then let me go ahead and try that, and I will let you know if I still have issues, okay?
Okay, and then even down, if you scroll down to the bottom, it has it available on the App Store, available on the Google Play. So you just select which one, whether you have an Android or an iPhone, and you can select which one there, and it'll pop it up for you too.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Nikki's got it done. Lisa, you're good. Okay, so let me pop back over into my board here. And when I think about the basics of business, okay, so let's just pretend that you just started your own your network marketing business. What are the things that you need? Now, ultimately, in business, we get paid for one of two things: either enrolling new customers or enrolling new teammates. And that really is only going to happen with consistency. It's going to happen with building relationships, and it's going to happen with having a system that you feel confident in, to talk to people about products, to talk to people about business, and to talk to people just in general about their life and building that relationship. And so a couple of things that I think every business owner should start out with is, first off, a landing page. Now, we're not going to get into this today. There are YouTube videos, and I'll also be doing a follow-up YouTube video on how to create your landing page. But there is a template here that you can kind of see. And so, your picture or your brand goes here. And who do you help? I help blank people to what is your expertise by how are you going to accomplish it? So I like to say I help stay-at-home moms start to win in life, one healthy habit at a time. And, the things that I'm sharing is different health products, different workouts, different mindset tips and tricks and things like that. And so this is kind of a fill in the blank. When you're ready, you would click this little pencil up at the top and you can go in, delete out my photos, put in your photos. You can, change out the links that are in there, put your own links in there. And so this is kind of a template for you to create your own landing page. Now, when I first started, I was like, I need a website, and I was spending hundreds of dollars a year on a website to send people to that could have all of my links and all of my contact me information. And so I love that Boards has created this for us, that it's a very simple landing page, almost just like a website where people can go and get all of your information. And so how can you help them? Share a description about what you're offering, maybe a photo of your product, a link to it, and then how you want people to connect with you. And so you'll be able to add in those Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, WhatsApp. There's now the texting option. If you do it from your computer, you can have them send a text you directly. And so just lots and lots of options here. And this is just a basic outline for you as far as what your landing page could look like. Might I suggest that when you copy from someone else's board, to place them in a board named shared with me or shared copy, then in a folder with the name of the resource so you know where the content originated. That's very smart, Donnie. Thank you for that tip that she just wrote in the comments. Okay, so when I think about setting up my business from the very start, it was very helpful for me to have a specific folder to keep all of my links. So that's where I want to start with you guys today. Okay, so inside the link list, I put in 4 folders, and we're not going to have the whole entire time to do this, but I want to make sure that you know how to do it and that you can set yourself up for success in completing it once we get off this Zoom. And so a couple of things is underneath my shopping link, most of us have a website or a place where people would go and order our products from. And so if you click on that right there, you'll be able to edit it and then put your website link right in that spot. And then with a click of a button, you're going to be able to send it out and not have to type it every single time. And if you have more than one website link, you can definitely put that in. Now, would the Boards landing page take the place of Milkshake? I would say yes, Lisa. Yep. And then there's another folder here for shopping carts. So I don't know about you, but we have certain systems or certain bundles with our company that, a lot of people just want the full system. And so if I had regular shopping carts that I was sending out to people, then this would be a good place to keep it. Once again, it's going to save you time. It's going to save you energy because you can just have them all right there. So to add something to the board, you just click this little plus sign, and we're going to want to add a link. So I can click link right there, and I would just paste it in. And that would be the link that I could easily send out every time I wanted to send out that shopping cart link. Or if you had a program or service that was something regular that you were sending out, that's what you would want to put in this folder. Okay. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes I get lost in all the different Facebook groups that I have and that I'm a part of, or that I need to add people to. One thing that we do in our company is we do an ATM system where we add them to a group. So that way we can tag them in a post and then follow up with them with a message. It's our ATM system. And so having all of those Facebook groups were listed, where it's like, if they're interested in the products, I would add them to this Facebook group. If they were interested in the business, I would add them to this Facebook group. I also have a Facebook group that I manage that is called the Get Fit Club. That's a group that I would put in here. You could easily put in your Boards community group in here. So, you can easily get to it whenever you're looking for it. You don't have to search it or be like, where was it? Where do I find it? And so any Facebook groups that are helpful for you, maybe you have a team page that you got added to once you joined your business. If you have a group that you like to get recipes from, or a group that you like to get new content ideas from, then put those groups right in here. Once again, you just click the plus sign and then you click add your link, and then you can put it in. Okay. Training links can go in there. So if you find YouTube videos that are helpful for you, as you are opting into different advisors boards, I know there was a girl who was sharing how she made a carousel using Boards. So when it showed up on her landing page, it had a rotating photo, and I was like, oh my goodness, that is so cool. I don't have time to do it now, but I definitely want to learn how to do that for later. And so if you ever come across any training videos that are really good that you want to save, copy, paste them, put them right here in this folder. And then last, we have Connect with Me. And this is something that I do want to take time to do with you guys right now, because you're going to connect with people on all sorts of different platforms, and you're going to have the platform that you like the best. And for me, I like Facebook the best. I like Instagram second. I like YouTube third, and TikTok last, right? But if I'm connecting people with people on TikTok, I want to be able to like, hey, follow me on Instagram, or hey, let's connect on Facebook, and be able to move them easily over into another group. And so for your Facebook link, you can click right here, which I think that most of us have Facebook, obviously. So if you go into your Facebook and go to your name, you can just click on the settings, click those three dots, and it'll pull up your profile settings. And down at the bottom, it just says copy link. So I can copy this link right here. And then I can go back up into my boards, click the edit button, and paste it. Then you can do the same thing with Instagram, with your TikTok, with your YouTube. And it's just, I found it's been really nice to just have all of the ways that people can connect with me in one folder. So then that way I don't have to type it up. I don't have to go back and remember like, hey, what was that username there? And so just having all of the links available is super helpful. And so if, for example, you don't have Snapchat, because I don't have Snapchat, I also don't have the Cash App, I can click select, and I can delete out those ones by just selecting the folders, deleting it out, and just having what I want. And then once again, you can add whatever extras you want in there. Okay, so this is kind of my link list where I like to keep everything in one spot. If I know I'm looking for a URL, I know I'm going to find it in this folder. So does anybody have any questions with this or need any clarification? Okay, so let's kind of get into the meat and potatoes of what we do on a daily basis. Oh, I missed where the link list is. Did you create that? Do you see it there? Just in the folder template. Okay, so I'm going to skip down to the bottom, and I'm going to tell you guys about my daily champs. So like I said at the very beginning of this, I've been in network marketing for 9 years. I've been with 2 companies during that time. And regardless of the company I'm with, my daily method of operations is the same. Okay, my job is to get new leads in, to make new friends, to close, to follow up with my existing customers, to make posts online. And so I kind of created this easy to follow system called the champs. Okay, C stands for check in. So I'm checking my back office report on a daily basis. I'm checking in with any team pages, upline or downline, or any team chats that I have. I'm messaging my existing customers, making sure that they're happy with their products, or if they have an order coming up, making sure that they have that set up correctly. And then I'm also checking and bumping what we call referral posts. So that's just when a friend makes a post to help me spread the word about my business. That's what C stands for, is checking in. H is my health, gratitude, journaling, affirmations, and you can kind of see those 3 things up at the top. So I like to start my day with what are 3 things I'm grateful for, what are 3 affirmations that I can write down and say out loud, and then my top 3 priorities that I need to make sure I do for the day. And then on the left side, you can kind of see the agenda. I'm a teacher, I'm super organized and disciplined with my time. And so I actually laminate this, and I use a dry erase marker, and I just write it on the side, you know, what's going on for the day, when are my working block hours, so that way I can make sure to get the things I need to get done. Back to H for health. Did I do personal or business development? Did I listen to something on YouTube, or, read a book? Did I exercise? Did I move my body for at least 15 minutes, and then taking my supplements, or whatever extras you use on your daily basis to help manage your health. A stands for action, reaching out to potential business partners, reaching out to potential customers, adding friends to that group, and using that ATM system that I told you about earlier, and following up with people that I've talked to. M stands for marketing, posting on all my platforms, adding to my stories, doing some type of value post, doing a live video or reels, and then getting up those referral posts. So asking friends if they're interested in making posts, so that way they can help me spread the word about my business. P stands for people. I always, every single day, send happy birthday messages. I engage on my stories and my news feed. So I'm scrolling, I'm liking and commenting on people's stuff, sending personal messages when it's appropriate, starting conversations in people's inboxes. Like if I see somebody who has their hair done recently, you know, letting them know, hey, your hair looks great. Or if they recently had a baby or an event coming up or a loss or anything that I can connect with them in the inbox, starting those new conversations. I add new friends on a daily basis. That way I'm always growing my network. And then I message those new people, not about products or business, but just about like, hey, thanks for accepting my friend request. I'm excited to get to know you better. And so that's what my CHAMP stands for. And then S is success. I like to track my wins. So how many points did I get for the day as far as working my business goes? And, you know, set a goal where I want to get 15 points a day or whatever that looks like for you. But this just kind of helps make sure that you are on track for working your business. And so this is what I use. And in conjunction with that, that's how I set up my boards. Okay, so connection messages, you guys, now that you have this copy and pasted into your own board, you're going to be able to edit these so that way it sounds more like you. And so, like I said, when I add a new friend, I like to send a message that's just like, hey, just wanted to say hello and say thanks for accepting my friend request. I love making new friends online and look forward to getting to know you better. If you like that, use it. If you don't, click this little pencil up here, edit it, change it to make it your own. Okay, we're in the people business, which means we've got to get in conversations with new people. Another message I like to send is when people like and comment on my Facebook post, whether it's a business post or whether it's a personal post, I like to just go in and say, I want to thank you so much for your love, support, and comments on my post. It means so much to me. And just show them a little bit of appreciation for helping get my stuff in the algorithms, for showing me support. And so I like to send a thank you message to kind of build relationships. There's a pop-in or a positive day message, a story viewer. If someone's viewing your stories on a regular basis, tell them thank you for the social support. How's your day going so far? Start a conversation. And then, like I said, I do happy birthdays every day. And then holidays are a great way to connect with people. Okay, so for us in the US, we have the 4th of July coming up. And so I'll just come in here, I'll copy this photo and I'll paste it in a Facebook message to as many people as I can on the 4th of July and just say, hey, happy 4th of July. Do you have any fun plans to celebrate? And once again, just an excuse to be able to start conversations with people. And so there are some photos in there. And of course, you can always add your own by just clicking the image button, and you're able to do that very easily. Okay. So does anybody have any questions or any ahas or light bulbs that kind of popped up as far as connection messages go and how you can use those to help you grow your business? Will you drop a 1 in the chat if you're already doing this kind of thing? Good. So once again, very easy. You can add in your own in here, but having this very simple process to go. And I'm glad that you love the CHAMPS process, Donnie. That's awesome. Okay. Now, like I said, the bread and butter of our business is customers and teammates. Okay, so you get paid usually when you exchange your product or service in exchange for a customer account or some type of money, right? That's when you get paid. And then same thing, if you onboard a new teammate, maybe you get bonuses for that. Or once they start bringing things in, maybe you're getting paid a certain percentage. And so we want to make sure that we're always growing our business with customers and teammates. So I created these 2 folders for you. And this is going to take some editing because we're all in different businesses and offer different products. And so it's just kind of a guide. It's a template for you to be able to set yourself up for success. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's pop in this potential customer folder here. So I kind of put this in 3 pieces. Number 1 is planting the seed, making the ask. Number 2 is qualifying the customer for the products that are going to be right for them. And then number 3 is your close. Okay. And so I will tell you that I would have never gotten started in this industry if I wasn't asked. So you're going to see all over the place that people are like, cold messaging is horrible. Like, don't cold message people. I don't believe that there's a cold message unless if you have a cold heart. I'm sure you've heard that before. And I watched my friend for a really long time back in 2014, just watching her. And I accidentally liked one of her posts. And I liked her post. She sent me a message. She said, hey, do you want to try out this product? And I told her no, but the seed was planted. And I watched her all summer long. All like she was losing weight, her friends were losing weight, her customers, like, I mean, everyone was losing weight and I wasn't. And then finally in August, before I was going back to school and I hadn't lost the weight that I wanted to, I sent her a message and I said, okay, I want to try your product. Tell me more about it. But because she planted the seed 3 months earlier, it made me realize that this could be for me. And then I'll tell you too, after I completed my customer program, she asked me if I would do the business. I told her no, I had a real job. You know, I was teaching high school math, living the dream. And because she planted that seed, because she made the ask, a few months later, I signed up to become a rep in the company that I was with then. And so making the ask, I feel like is so, so important. So I've put in 4 different types of making the ask. Once again, you need to make sure that it sounds like you, it feels good to you. And so an example of something you could say is, hey, name, this may not be for you, but I wanted to put it out there just in case you might be open. Do you have any health, beauty, or wellness goals that you're working toward? I'm willing to take a look at my products or services I have to offer. Okay, so I don't know what business you're in. So do you have any blank? You know, what do you offer? What can you help them with? And are you willing to take a look at my products that I have or my services that I have? So you need to edit this to make sure it fits your company and what you have to offer. So once again, you just click that pencil, change up whatever you need to change up. Okay, there's another one. Take a look. Hope you've been doing well. I wanted to reach out because I'm not sure if you see very many of my business posts. So if you're posting consistently on your social media, this is a great one to send, because you know what they're going to do? They're going to go look at your page and then they're going to start seeing your business posts. So you say, I am part of a blank company with blank, list your products that I love. I wondered if you'd be open to taking a look at what I've got. Maybe there's something you or someone you know may benefit from. Okay. I love doing this one because this is going to boost your Facebook algorithms. When they open a message from you and then immediately go check on your page, Facebook's going to say, oh, they want to see this person. And so now this person is going to start seeing your stuff more consistently in their page. And it also kind of takes the pressure off of them. Like, would you like to take a look? Maybe you or someone you know could benefit from what you have. You know, you only know who you know. And if you can get your friends and your first acquaintances to understand what you have, then if they have friends that are interested, then they're going to be like, hey, my friend Tamika has that. Hey, my friend Lisa was actually just posting something about that. Maybe that's something that we can get you in touch with. And so I really, really like this message. Then there's one for put this out there, or a story viewer. Maybe someone's watching all of your stories, loving on them all of the time. I like to send the story viewer one with the story that they viewed, because then it'll show that little picture along with it. And it's saying like, hey, hope you have a great day, or hope you're having a great day. I noticed you've been checking out my stories. Thanks so much for the love. I appreciate you. Just wondering if you would want any more information on these incredible products that have helped me blank and blank, or how I'm sharing my journey on social media and making some extra money. If not, no worries, but thought I would ask. Okay, so as you are getting notifications of people viewing your stories and hearting your stories, this might be a really easy ask for you to send to them. Okay, so once you've made the ask and they say yes, then I like to qualify my customer. So I send a response that's just like, thanks so much for being open. What numbers interest you the most? And I have different product categories. So for me in my business, I would say, are you trying to lose weight? Do you want to work on your overall nutrition or your hormone health? Are you interested in swapping out non-toxic products for the toxic products you currently have in your household? If I was doing makeup, I would say, you know, would you like to have cleaner, younger looking skin? Or are you looking to liven up your beauty regimen? Or, you know, whatever it is for your product categories. If you sell Tupperware, or Scentsy or anything like that, you know, like, can you categorize a couple of things to help narrow it down, right? And then once they give you that response, depending on what product you sell, I don't know how you would change this if you were doing Tupperware, but I like to ask, are you doing anything now or in the past that you've been successful with in helping you achieve this goal? And so if you were doing makeup or if you were doing Tupperware, maybe you say, do you have anything now that you really love, or a problem that you're trying to solve right now that you want help with, or something like that. Okay. So I like to learn about their past successes, what's worked for them well. So then that way, when I recommend my product, then I know that it's going to be a good fit for them. Okay. And then I always like to ask if they're allergic to anything or any sensitivities that I need to be made aware of, and their budget. And last, if you don't mind me asking, what's your ideal budget you're wanting to invest in something like this? Now, ultimately, the price doesn't really matter. The value matters more. And so we've qualified, we know what products they're interested in, we know what they're needing, right? And so we can offer some products that are around their budget, but we can also upsell and let them know that, hey, maybe there could be a better option for you that way. So those are my qualifying questions that I do: the past success, allergies, and budget. Okay, then from there, I like to send them my recommendation. So whether that is a video explaining the product, or I can add them to a Facebook group. So there is a Facebook group that I can add them to, and that way I could tag them in some testimonials or reviews of the product. That's the ATM method. I could send them a voice clip. I could send them a screenshot. I mean, whatever I need to give them the information for the product. Okay. And then that's when we go into the closing script. So I'm giving them the information, and I end with a question: how does that sound? Then I go into the pricing. I say, great, it's regularly this, but I can get it to you for that with the promotion we have going on right now. So maybe you have a new customer promotion where they get a certain amount off, or if they enroll in a subscription, they get a certain amount off, or something like that. Or maybe you have a deal going on that's like, hey, normally it's this, but today it's this. Let's get your order in. So once again, ending in a question: would you like me to send you a shopping link to put your order in yourself, or gather your information to put the order in for you? And with me and my company, I prefer if they do it themselves. That way they're in charge of their own personal information, but I'm also willing to do it for them if that means I can get an order in and make it easy for them. And so if you're going to collect the order, maybe this is some of the information that you need. And then I always like to send them a thank you once I get their order in, right? And then have some kind of customer retention, maybe a folder that you create that's checking in with your customer in 1 week, checking in with your customer in 3 weeks, checking in with your customer, at that 1 month mark, maybe their second order is going to be going out, something like that. Okay. So this is kind of my template, my outline. And what's so amazing about this is I can do this while my kids are swimming at the swimming pool. I can do this. I know I shouldn't do it, but I can do this while I'm driving, right? Like when people respond like, yes, I'm interested, then boom, I'm just like, okay, which one is easier for you? And I have a click of a button, I can send it. So does anybody have any questions about the potential customer folder, or any ahas or anything they want to add to that? Okay, we'll move on then. Into the potential teammates. So my system for potential teammates is very similar to potential customers. Oh, good, Roxanne. I'm glad you're loving it. Perfect. So once again, in potential teammates, I have them make the ask. If my friend didn't ask me after I had completed my customer program if I would be interested in this business, I would not be here today, I don't think, because I didn't think it was for me. I didn't think I could do this. I thought I was too busy. I didn't think I had the market. I didn't think that I had the skills. All of those things, I didn't feel like it was for me. And so making the ask is something I'm extremely passionate about. And don't be afraid of the no. Okay. No's just get you to your yes. No is just not right now. And no helps you sort your list. Okay. So once again, in make the ask, I have 2 messages. So, the only people that I asked to do the business with me are the ones who I think would do really well with it. Okay. They're already on social media. They're already, sharing their life, and making connections, and, they're just positive. And I just think that they would do really well in the business. And so I'll send a message like, hey, good morning. I was just scrolling your page and thought to myself, you would do so well with what do you do? I don't know if you see what I've been doing online, but I'm super pumped about it. It's allowing me to be home and create an extra stream of income, reach my health goals, and make some pretty amazing friends. I wonder if you keep your options open to other streams of income online. I think you'd be so amazing to work with. And then insert the reasons why you felt like they would do well with it. Okay, this is your chance to be genuine and authentic and true to who you are and to who they are. and then end with a question. Would you be open to hearing more? Okay. I love sending this message. And if I receive this message, I'd feel so like flattered, and I'm open to it, right? If it's not allowing you to stay home, then take that part out. Just saying it's allowing me to be able to create an extra stream of income for my family. It's allowing me to feel more confident. It's allowing me to, what is it allowing you to do? Travel. It's allowing you to, whatever. Okay. So put that stuff in there. And then I like to make posts about it often. And so if someone comments on my post, I'll say, hey, thanks so much for the comment on my post about earning extra money online. I'd love to know, what do you currently do for a living? Okay. Once again, ending in a question. So if they say no, thanks, I say, I appreciate your response. Take it as a huge compliment that I think you're awesome. I know this business model isn't for everyone. I said no for months before I was willing to give it a shot. I hope if anything changes, or if you have questions, you'll reach out. Have a great rest of your week. Okay. So if they say no, takes the pressure off. I just give you a message to respond. If they say yes, though, you say, yay, I'm excited to see if this would be a good fit for you. What do you currently do for work? So if you sent that one before that said, what do you currently do for work? Obviously you wouldn't send this one. Then we would just move into number 2. So I say, that's great. Are you looking for a little wiggle room in your budget, or eventually replace your current income? Now, what I'll say about this, instead of just saying that's great, I put that in there as kind of a filler, but you should say something personal about what they told you. So sometimes people are like, no, I don't work. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'll say, oh my gosh, I am too. How old are your kids? Mine are 9 and 7, and I'll just kind of like rabbit trail a little bit, just get to know them a little bit. If they're, I talked to somebody the other day that said that she's in home healthcare. I was like, oh my gosh, you have such a great heart. How long have you done that for? Right. And so then she told me, and then I was like, okay, so are you looking for a little wiggle room in your budget, or eventually replace that CNA income? Right. So I can make it personalized according to the information that they gave. And I think that's really important. So then I say, perfect. The company I'm partnered with is a blank brand called Blank. Are you familiar with it at all? Okay. So I like to say I'm partnered with a health company called, insert my company name. I'm partnered with a beauty brand called Blank. Are you familiar with it all? And what I like about this question is a lot of times people will say no, because maybe they haven't heard of it before, but other times they say yes, and that they've been wanting to try those products. And so when I get that, I'm like, oh my gosh, then this will be even more perfect for you. But most of the time they say no. And even if they do say yes, I'll still send this message, but edit it out a little bit. So I say, no problem. It's actually been around for blank years and has a business model that allows people just like you and me to be able to create income from sharing the products. There are no commission caps and completely flexible schedule. We have Blank. And so this is where you can kind of like list off some of your category products, but we are most known for our Blank. Okay. So, and this is where you kind of want to name drop, why do you think this person would want to be a part of your business? So I like to say we have a women's hormone health product. We are most known for our collagen. We are most known for, those important pieces that people are actually looking for, our non-toxic cleaning, or our amazing shampoo and conditioner. What else do you guys sell? Our clean label scents, or whatever they are. Okay. I can add you to a Facebook group where you can browse around to learn more, send you a short video, or get you on our next opportunity meeting. Which would you prefer, or all 3? So once again, here, change it out. Do you have a group that you can add them to? If not, take that out. Can you send them a short video? If not, take that out. Do you do opportunity meetings? If not, take that out. Okay. So change it up however you need. And then here I gave you the 3 different pieces. So if they want the video, boom, put the link in there. If they want the group, put the link in there. If they want the event, edit that, and there you go. Okay. So that's how I reach out to get new teammates interested in what I'm doing. Does anybody have any questions? I'm glad that you guys are getting a lot of useful information from this. This is awesome. Okay, so let's go into, it's awesome to have all these scripts, but how do you use them, right? So I'm going to go ahead and go into my Facebook Messenger here. I'm going to go just to my name. Now, normally when you pull up your Messenger, it looks like this. If you have an Android, you're going to see a little like square computer keyboard on the bottom of your screen. If you have an iPhone, you're going to see that little world, and that opens up your keyboard. And there's different keyboards that you may have turned on. So I have an emoji keyboard, and then I have my boards. Those are my 2 keyboards. So as long as I'm selected in boards, my boards are going to pop up here. And so I can come into my connection messages, or yeah, let's just do a connection message. And maybe I want to do this positive message. So I click right there and it just pops up just like that. So, hey there, just wanted to send a positive message your way. Hope you have a great, hope you have an amazing day. Maybe I'll say, hope you're having. Okay, and I can edit the message before I send it out. Okay, now obviously I'm sending this to myself, and yes, I am having an amazing day. Thank you. But it makes people feel so good when you send these types of messages out. Okay, let me open it back up, and let's say I was going to go into the potential customer board, and I just said, thanks so much for being open. What interests you the most? Okay, and I take this out, and another thing that I've done is I've made like a photo of all of my products. So when I click on there, I copy it, and then I can paste it and send it just like that as well, straight from my boards to the message. Okay. So this makes it really easy as I'm scrolling my Facebook and wanting to connect with people or wanting to ask them about the products or the business. I pull them up in Facebook Messenger, I pull up my board, and boom, I can send my messages very, very quickly. And when people respond, I can respond very quickly just because I know where it is in my folders. Okay, now they will tell us that fortune is in the follow-up. Okay, you're not being annoying. Think about the last thing you bought. How many times did you have to see it before you bought it? Most of us are not making buying decisions the first time we see something or the first time we get asked. We need like that subliminal messaging where it like keep popping up, and you're like, okay, maybe I do need this. Maybe I do need to order this. And if people were interested at one time, they're interested in it again. Life is just busy. And so inside the follow-ups board, there is a couple of follow-ups that I like to use. Did you have any other questions for me? Or just waiting for a specific date to get your order in. So maybe you talked to somebody, you got all the way down to the closing process, and you sent them a link and they still haven't ordered. That's a great message. I'll say, did you see my message? I know sometimes we get busy and forget to respond. Totally fine to say no, but wanted to check back. So maybe you send a message that's like, would you be open to looking at my products? And you see that little bubble pop up that they saw it, but they didn't respond. Life is busy. I'm guilty of that too, right? Or maybe they were like, oh, that's just a generic copy paste message. They don't really care about me. When I go back and I'm like, hey, like, it's okay if it's not for you, but like, I really meant to send that to you and your response is important to me. So I like to send that one. Hey, name, I wanted to reach out if now is a better time to get you started on some products. So maybe you talked with people over and over and over again. And, a month later, 2 months later, you're like, hey, still thinking about you, haven't forgot about you. Do you think that now's a better time? Sometimes I'll just say, how does that sound? So I send them the pricing information and they didn't respond. Or I'll say, are you good with that? Like sometimes I'll just send a funny GIF like, hi, or how does that sound? Like as a gift or anything like that. Okay. And then finally, if you really feel like you're bugging someone, hey friend, I'm sorry if I'm bugging you, but I'm closing out my month. I know you were super interested in blank. I just want to leave you out. Please let me know either way. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. I hope you're enjoying your day. I hope you're enjoying your week. Okay, so follow-ups there. And then the last thing I have for you guys is a blank folder called posting content. Okay, we as network marketers, we do not come up with all of our own content. I don't know hardly anybody who does. And now with Chat GPT, all we do is type it in there and Chat GPT tells us what to post, which that's a Zoom call for another day. But so in here, there's a posting content folder. And so what I like to do is if I see a post that really resonates with me, I like to save it in my boards to be able to post for later. And so it's just a blank board for you to start compiling your things. And I'll show you in my board. So I have this one posting content. So I have some different business posts that I've seen. So I just copy the wording, and then of course I can put my own photos in there. So anytime I'm scrolling Facebook, I'm like, oh, that's really good. I'll save it in my business post folder, product post one. And then like within my team board, I have a folder called posting content, and there's just posts in here with wording and pictures that they can use. And it's taken me a very long time to collect all of these together, but it's a way that I can duplicate what I'm doing, right? So a new teammate comes in and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to post. Then I can say, hey, like, here's a posting content. Here's a post that you can post on day one. And then you can do this one on day two. And so just slowly but surely, I've been collecting and creating different posts that have been good for me or that other people have done, and making a folder in here that I can use, but also my team can use. Okay, so that's what I've got for you guys today. I know I kind of threw a lot on you, but I appreciate you being here with me live, watching the recording, or being on the Facebook Live. And so I just want to use this last 10 minutes to see if there's any questions or anything that else I can do for you. And otherwise we'll wrap it up. You're so welcome. So I'll just tell you to make sure that you stay plugged into the board's community on Facebook and get opted into all the amazing advisors boards, because all of us have different strengths and we're using it in different ways. We're all part of different companies. And what I've noticed is that when I look at their boards and the ideas that they're doing, it gives me ideas for my company and what I'm doing. And I just know that, when the tide rises, all of the boats rise. And so if we can all help each other be successful in our businesses, we are going to be doing good things in the world. So thanks you guys for being here. And I will be doing another Zoom training on landing pages. And I'm going to just try to do these on a more consistent basis. So I hope that you guys will tune in and get your teams here too. Okay, we'll see ya.